morning, they didn't get their sums right as far as how much money is required.
No, that's right. I mean, that's right. They're at a 14.3 trillion deficit, and they want to raise that ceiling for a period of time to some level. Now, there's all sorts of numbers that are being thrown about. I mean, it's anyone's guess just how much they want for how long. But you think how big 14.3 trillion is? I mean, in New Zealand, we're talking millions, hundreds of millions, and indeed billions, I suppose, because our economy alone is worth about $200 billion a year. We're talking these guys wanting to borrow more than the 14.3 trillion they currently have. That's about the size of their economy in any one year, about 14 trillion. So we're considering New Zealand borrowing $200 billion in 1 year just to run the economy. So it's astonishing numbers, and it shows how sick the American economy is.
It absolutely is. But I suppose, though, what they have to do is just print money, and that's surely going to cause inflation, won't it?
Yeah, they've done that before. We've seen economies print money, and Bernanke at the Fed Reserve's done that already a number of times. They've got the lowest interest rates around. I think about 0.5% is the official cash rate over there, or the equivalent of the official cash rate. So I'm not sure they can actually print much more money. They've done that. It hasn't had much of an impact. And as you say, it impacts on inflation. I mean, we've got inflation here about 5.3%. We can't just go printing money for that very reason. So printing money, it might seem like the simple solution that's been done before, but long term it has no impact on your economy. In fact, you go backwards.
It sounds to me very much like the political policy of the Social Credit Party way back in the 60s.
Yeah, the $3 note.
Now,
the $3 note from your area.
Now, Duncan, the John Key's visit, I guess it says something about the kudos that may be that he holds, that Obama was able to come out of the talks and actually talk to John Key, even though he was in the middle of that hiatus.
Yeah, I don't think we should underestimate that either, and I think you make a good point. I mean, we were in Washington just for a couple of days, and Obama was completely sidetracked by this whole debt crisis. Just at the airport here, as one of the jets goes past me, it must be Tom Cruise out here with Peter Jackson. But there's all sorts of players around Wellington at the moment. Yeah, I mean, completely sidetracked. And he still had 35-odd minutes with Key, and you'd think at the end of the day, who really wants to see John Key when you've got America's economy on its knees? He may well have wanted some advice. I mean, what I found over there was that the top finance guys like Geithner, Treasury Secretary, and Bernanke from the Fed Reserve, they actually know Key. They've dealt with him before in the private sector when he was a banker, and I think they actually respect what he's got to say. I mean, it's a bit of another man's language, isn't it? The banking sector and Fed Reserve and economies and things. So I think they quite enjoy speaking to him. But I mean, I tell you what, over the last 10 years, the Labour Party put a lot of work into that American relationship. They were always seen as anti-American. They tried really hard. Clark did a lot of work. She got a big red carpet entrance there in 2007, so don't underestimate that. A lot of the work had been done, and Key kind of came in on a lot of those coattails as well.
Well, we know where we're going, but we don't know where we've been. And we know what we're knowing, but we can't say what we've seen, and we're not